Hello.
Goodbye. Anyway, the change is finally happening. They've updated Overwatch, they've updated Hearthstone. Microsoft is forcing Blizzard to fix their games for us, and this is for the better of the community. Today, we're diving into some of the biggest changes happening in the gaming world right now, especially around Activision Blizzard and how Microsoft's acquisition is forcing some of the much needed changes. But we've also had some shocking revelations about the current state of games like Diablo 4, Overwatch and Hearthstone, and how players are moving to newer games like Path of Exile 2 and Marvel Rivals. Grab your snacks and let's get into it. Oh, and by the way, let me know in the comments below, what do you think about all of this? Are you still Team Blizzard or you moved to another games? Let's talk about it now. Hey, what is up? My name is Mr. Man. Welcome to my channel, Mr. Man Plays. I'm happy to have you here. First, to give you some context, let's all talk about Activision Blizzard's downfall and Microsoft's intervention. Let me pull this up. Once the king of gaming, Blizzard is now struggling. We already knew that. We can see that every single day. Their beloved franchise like Diablo, World of Warcraft, Overwatch have been hit hard by player complaints, outdated mechanics and lack of attention to pretty much player feedback. But here comes Microsoft with a slap in the face. With the acquisition of Blizzard, or at least Activision Blizzard in 2023, Microsoft is finally forcing some changes. Now Blizzard have to listen to their players once again. Here's how this is already leading to some serious changes. And let's be clear about it. This isn't just some making more money or, another cash grab scheme. It's about building games that respect their fan base and not just their player wallets. So let's go. This is exactly what I want. That's exactly what we want. And speaking of major changes, devs leaving Blizzard have become a big trend lately. Key people like Luis Barriga, Jesse McCree, and Jonathan LeCraft have all departed, leaving some major gaps in the studio. And let's all not forget about the most recent one, Adam Jackson, who left Blizzard's Diablo 4 team to join Riot Games. And now, let's talk about the changes that are happening at this very moment, and to compare some of Blizzard games with the competition as well. Alright, let's talk about the first one, Hearthstone versus the Bazaar. Which one's better? We've got Hearthstone, one of the top card games in the market, versus the Bazaar. If you've been following the card game scene, you've noticed Kripparrian. Let's pull out his channel. Kripparrian. He has stopped uploading Hearthstone videos for quite a while now. Look at this. He's been focused on the Bazaar, and everyone is really talking about it, and everyone is actually waiting for the full release. The game has been getting quite a bit of an attention, and its fresh take on this auto-battling kind of genre combined with card games, it looks quite nice and fresh. But here's the crazy part. With the Bazaar on the rise, Hearthstone has just dropped a huge patch today.
What?
Finally addressing some of the issues that have been bothering players for years, man. Like, seriously, the battlegrounds. Let's talk about the long animations issue, right? If you play, I don't know, Undead with Reborn or Beasts with Reborn, then you'd be stuck in really long fights, especially when you're going towards the end game of the battle. And this sometimes would lead to you not being able to buy anything for your next battle. The fight would just jump out of the fight and jump straight into the next fight, with this skipping you your upgrade phase. Now, the game's animations with today's update for these certain types are faster. There seem to be, how can I call this, like a new mechanic added to the game structure, if I can call it like that. This is going to speed up your animations throughout the battle, and it slows it down just at the end, so you can see the results. Basically, this is going to make everything more smoother and better than ever before. They've also added new cards, new heroes, and other exciting balances. It looks like Blizzard is finally listening to the feedback. Or should I say, Microsoft is making Blizzard wake up. What do you think about it? Is Hearthstone on the rise again, or do you think the Bazaar will continue dominating it? Drop a comment below. I'd love to hear you out. Now the second one, and this one is really big as well. Marvel Rivals versus Overwatch. The superhero showdown, if I can call it like that. Another hot take on this. Marvel Rivals versus Overwatch. I'm not sure if there's anything to compare, but if you've been playing any lately, either Marvel
my god.
Marvel Rivals or Overwatch, you might have noticed that Team the Tatman, let's pull out his YouTube channel real quick, the OG Overwatch and Call of Duty content creator, has completely shifted his focus. He's not uploading any Blizzard game videos anymore. Instead, he's all in for Marvel Rivals, this new superhero shooter that features like characters from, it says in the name, Marvel Universe. But here's the kicker. Even though Marvel Rivals right now is like top of the genre, Overwatch got a massive update last week. New heroes. Let me just get to Overwatch YouTube channel because this is how I found about it. Look at this. New heroes, new map, and guess what? Loot boxes are back in the game, along with new perks, and that's not all. They've even added 6 versus 6. Just like in Marvel Rivals, and Overwatch Classic Heroes. Coming back to Overwatch 2. So now you've got these two, both in the same genre, offering similar team-based experiences. Which game's better, Marvel Rivals or Overwatch? Do you think Overwatch can bounce back with these changes? I have no ideas, but comment section is all yours. I'm definitely gonna play the new Overwatch and I'm gonna try it out. Why not? Overwatch was also for me one of my favorite games back in the day. Another hot take. Diablo 4 versus Path of Exile 2. The RPG war and the Diablo-like meme. And let me tell you now, the numbers speaks for themselves. When Diablo 4 launched, it had high expectations. I had high expectations. But over time, players realized that the game is quite empty. It was missing key features like, I don't know, endgame, compelling itemization, and it felt like a cash grabber, not the next big RPG. Let me just grab my cat and drop him down. And then enter Path of Exile 2. 1 year later, right on spot, which is absolutely crushing it. Even in its beta stage now, Path of Exile 2 already has more content, better depth, and more complex endgame than Diablo 4 players could ever dream of. Let's look at the data here. I'm going to show you Steam charts for Path of Exile 2. What can you see here? Consistently outpacing Diablo 4 in terms of active players. But then what about on Twitch? Let's have a look at it. And on Twitch, the viewership is even more telling. Path of Exile 2 is getting far more views than Diablo 4, with a huge difference here in numbers. The migration of players from Diablo 4 to Path of Exile 2 is real. Even OG content creator like Darth Microtransaction here have jumped the ship. So what should we choose to play? He's choosing to play Path of Exile 2 over Diablo 4. That's because Path of Exile 2 is giving players what they want, a deep, rewarding experience that Diablo 4 just isn't delivering. But it gets even better, you know? Do you remember when Rod Ferguson, the GM of Diablo 4, tweeted that Path of Exile 2 is Diablo-like? Have a look at this. I've saved this up for you to remind you and to just have a laugh on it. Look at that. Yeah, that didn't go over well. Instead of giving Path of Exile 2 a compliment, he basically handed us, the internet, the best meme of the year. Let's go! Now Diablo-like has become a meme term used to describe the worst RPGs. When a game is shallow, disappointing, and feels like a cash grab, players now just call it Diablo-like. And you know what? Rod Ferguson, the man, has become a meme himself. His tweet has backfired so badly that now Diablo-like is our new insult for bad RPGs. Do you think Blizzard can fix Diablo 4, or Path of Exile 2 has already won? We don't know yet, but the changes are here. The gaming industry competition is fierce. Games like Marvel Rivals, Path of Exile 2, the Bazaar are proving the competition that it's getting intense, and Blizzard can no longer afford to just sit back and take their players, for granted, I guess. Microsoft is forcing Blizzard to finally do better. And it's not just about adding new content, it's about listening to our feedback, to players' feedback, and creating this experience that actually respects the community, or at least what the community wants. With massive numbers of players leaving for other games, Blizzard, I think, has no choice but to adapt and evolve. Or at least, if they're not going to do that, they're going to risk losing even more players to the competition. It is what it is, boy. It is what it is, right? I'm actually curious, where do Blizzard games stand right now? I'm going to pull up Google Trends here real quick. When you compare Blizzard games, let me put down Overwatch, Hearthstone, World of Warcraft, and now let's compare. So when you compare these games to games like Marvel Rivals down, Path of Exile, now we have a better understanding. When you compare these games to the newer ones, it's clear that Blizzard's numbers are declining, while these new games are getting quite a bit of momentum here. The gaming community is super hungry for something fresh, and Blizzard needs to deliver, not to stay irrelevant, you know? They need to deliver to stay relevant. But are Blizzard games still relevant now? I think they are. I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm still playing some of them. I play Hearthstone and I play Diablo time by time. It's a bit boring, but I think they're still relevant. There's still loads of players here. I have a lot of people in the community that are still enjoying the games. But man, these new changes that we're getting now are definitely going to bring even more. What's next really for Blizzard? Which is the next game getting fixed? One thing's for sure, World of Warcraft is still having a lot of fixes to get. They still have a lot to prove. They have their bot problem and their bot mafia that's been terrorizing the community, sending death threats to people that are killing their bots in game. Diablo 4 still has its issues. I don't know. What game should Blizzard tackle next? Be vocal about it. You know, smash the comment section. You don't need to just comment in my comment section. Go to your favorite content creator and let them know, you know, talk about it. Be vocal. Now's your chance. This is our chance. Whatever happens, I'll keep an eye on it and I'll keep you updated. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that bell so you're the first who know when we dive into the latest updates. Also, let me know in the comments below what videos should I make next. What do you want me to cover? Blizzard's future, more game comparisons, or keep it simple with our usual gaming sessions? I really want to hear your ideas. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Mr. Man Plays signing out. Bye bye.